Okay, so Spider-Man's story has been remixed so many times over the years. Is there a way to still make the character interesting? And what's going on with this new Ultimate Universe? As always, the transcript for this essay is available on my website, witsandpod.com. For someone who basically dropped out of mainstream comics, the new Ultimate Spider-Man feels like a reason to come back. At least for this book. It's what the main series should be. It's welcoming for new readers, but familiar enough for longtime ones. Writer Jonathan Hickman and artist Marco Checchetto are no strangers to Spider-Man. Peter was a regular cast member during Hickman's Fantastic Four era, and Checchetto brought Spider-Man, Punisher, and Daredevil together years before his time as the main penciler on Daredevil. Ultimate Spider-Man doesn't have Peter in high school or struggling with bills and relationships anymore. We get a grown-up Peter looking for a deeper purpose who wants to help people but doesn't know where to start. The familiarity kicks in when he's given a new start by a little radioactive spider. Peter is learning everything about superheroing for the first time at 35 instead of 15. Hickman and Checchetto also succeeded in giving Peter and MJ what a majority of writers haven't been able to do for almost 20 years. A functional relationship where they support and respect each other and are married with kids. Their kids, May and Richard, embody different aspects of Peter's personality. May is the more whimsical, quippy side of Peter who loves helping people. Richard is more like Peter's book-smart side. There's a Ben Parker and J Jonah Jameson subplot about them quitting the Daily Bugle and starting their own news company that feels more like an A24 movie than a superhero comic. Jameson elevates any scene he's in, and it's nice to finally get a comic where Ben gets a role. Uncle Ben in this story is a tough-as-nails journalist who is grieving the loss of his wife from a cataclysmic event. Since Ben has been a blank slate character in most of Spider-Man's history, it's cool to see how Hickman and Checchetto differentiate him from May. He cares about his family, but can be a little bit more about tough love than May is. These two old-school veteran reporters setting out on their own to start a company is one of the most endearing plots of this series. Even though Jameson is a little difficult, different stories and media have shown him as a skilled reporter with an honor code, and that applies here. His introduction scene is a refreshing depiction of the character. At times, Hickman and Checchetto fool readers into reading a slice-of-life Spider-Man comic, which makes Ultimate Spider-Man feel more three-dimensional. There's another Hickman-adjacent essay that will come out in the future where I mention how Hickman is known for these massive cosmic sprawling epics, but he's also skilled in the small down-to-earth moments that make these characters human. For those who think Hickman is all about sprawling epics and charts and graphs and stories taking a decade to pay off, this story is more grounded and intimate. Daredevil stole Kingpin from Spider-Man, so Hickman and Checchetto steal Bullseye for Ultimate Spider-Man. Speaking of Daredevil, Matt Murdock appears in the first issue as a priest instead of a lawyer. The new Gwen Stacy is a billionaire CEO with a corporate cutthroat aura that even Peter and MJ comment on when they refer to her as scary. These little departures from how the characters are normally shown. The person who says the great responsibility line is not who one might think would say it. One of the best parts of the suit is that Peter's daughter comes up with the color scheme and MJ comes up with the Spider-Man name, so his family plays a role in creating Spider-Man. Originally, the design looked like a certain alien suit. It looks like his web shooters are built into the suit or organic. This new suit materializes onto him and he can change the design at will. No more sitting at the sewing machine after a fight with the Rhino. A major theme in this story is lost time, thinking about doing something versus the act of doing it. Peter was supposed to get his powers 15 years before, but missed out because of the Maker's plan to prevent superheroes from existing. During this time, he's been conflicted about whether he's doing enough with his life. Seeing Jonah and Ben take a big risk starting their company pushes him to make a choice to reclaim the life he should have had 15 years ago. Peter's first time taking on a criminal is a shocking experience. Seeing the growing pains of a 35-year-old Peter learning how to hero is a highlight of the series. The comics pass in real time, so the monthly comic release is an actual month passed in the story. There are twists on familiar characters that keep readers on their toes. Certain characters like Green Goblin are changed from enemy to ally, but it makes one wonder for how long. Even in this universe, Spider-Man is grounded. While Green Goblin wants to save the world, Peter wants to protect his corner of New York. He spends his time as Spider-Man fighting bank robbers, not realizing that the more he puts on the suit, the more he's getting in over his head. The more the story goes on, the more everyone realizes they're dealing with conflicts bigger than them. Even Kingpin, who plays a major role in this and other Spidey stories, isn't at the head of the totem pole. There are some aesthetic changes with the villains. A lot of them look like they're wearing some kind of armor, including Bullseye and Shocker. Green Goblin looks like he's wearing an Iron Man suit because he kind of is. In issue number 4, with art by David Messina, Gwen Stacy makes a point that Oscorp bought out Obadiah Stane and Howard Stark's company. In this universe, Howard was the original Iron Man. Tony is younger in this universe and takes on the Iron Lad mantle instead of taking his father's name. Also, Tony is blamed for the cataclysmic event that ended up killing May Parker and Norman Osborn. Certain characters like Otto Octavius are briefly introduced, but haven't been fleshed out as of this video. This was only supposed to be about the current Ultimate Spider-Man run and not the Ultimate Universe as a whole. As someone who isn't reading the main series, Ultimate Spider-Man creates a sense of curiosity, of wanting to know how things play out, and that's pretty refreshing. As always, the transcript for this essay and all of my other videos are on my website, witsandpod.com. If it's not on there, it's not me. Share these essays around. Thanks for watching. Chaos Ensues.